Hello, and welcome back to another session of Board Game Bedtime Stories with your friendly host, Reginald Davies. Today we are entering the world of DCeased Gotham City outbreak. Tantalizing, traumatic tone of events has taken place in Gotham, as the story goes. This infection cannot be stopped. Those fallen to it cannot be saved. All we can do now is protect that remain. We need to accept that these things aren't who they used to be, and if we get careless or sympathetic now, then the city will be lost. We gather what supplies we can, and then we clear out as many of them as possible. So whenever you hear the chime that sounds like this, be sure to just keep watching because the image will change for you. That morning, Batman, Robin, Bane, and Poison Ivy were all out over the town looking for supplies, or gear to be precise. Batman, being the all-wise leader, told the group, "I'm gonna go over there and break down the door. There's gotta be something inside that we could use." Nobody objected, and Batman went over and broke down the door, spawning two brutes. Robin quickly joined his side, as he always does, and grabbed the gear, which turned out to be Joker's crowbar. A lucky find indeed. Ah, but you ask, what of Bane? What of Poison Ivy? Well, my dear friend, they were on the other side, and they had the brilliant idea to move up to the north side of the building and open the door. They ran as quickly as their legs could carry them. Bane was feeling especially hopeful, more than usual in this desolated world that provided a lot of opportunities for self-improvement. Bane smashed open the door, only to his horror to be introduced to two zombies and one infected Croc. Bane took one glance at Croc as he said,
"I thought you made it out of here. Looks like you didn't."
Croc responded with a low guttural, Bane had no idea what Croc had just said to him, so he decided to bash his skull in. And bash his skull in he did. But Carmine Falcone did not make it out so lucky, as the zombies surrounded him. The dark, dark world of Gotham only got darker when a spawn brought forth Catwoman onto the board, and she spawned right next to Robin because he had a crowbar. She wants the crowbar.
Give me the crowbar.
Also, it spawned two brutes, and they moved forward into the space, and Catwoman decided to be just as zombies as she could be. Our dear, dear friend Bane, in the meantime, he walked into the room quietly as a Bane can, and he opened up the gear to find a batarang.
"Finders keepers, losers stupid Batmans,"
he said with all the cheerful cheeriness he could muster up. Well, another enemy activation and an enemy spawn. And what happened this time was, oh my gracious, my dear viewers, for every single walker in a room, it spawned a runner. But we ran out of runners, therefore all the runners activated on the board, moving twice, or taking a little munchy-wunchy where they could. Another dastardly discovery was that all of the characters had already been activated, except for Robin. And Robin was surrounded by runners. Things looked so grim, dark, and horrible. Also slightly hilarious because of just how terrible this turned out to be. Robin cried out to Batman,
"But golly gee, Batman, is there anything you could do to save me while I'm being chewed on by zombies?"
Batman responded, "Looks like you're gonna die here alone. With me. Robin, in his last glimpses of life, looked over at Batman longingly as he said,
"Holy wowzers, Batman. It looks like we aren't going to be alone after all, for we have each other."
In that very moment, they both died a terrible death. Ah, and so with two heroes dying, the scenario was lost, and Poison Ivy went over to Bane to say her farewells. For they weren't that close, but There was no one else really to talk to because everyone else was a zombie, and zombies can't talk. She promptly gave Bane a high five and ran out of town. Bane then also left, and the town fell to complete ruin, and nothing was ever to be the same in DCeased Gotham City Outbreak. So thank you again, dear viewer, for spending an evening with me, or a morning perhaps, and watching DCeased Gotham City Outbreak, a board game bedtime story. Tune in next time, and maybe it'll be a more cheerful affair, but I can't promise you anything. Ta-ta for now.